What's going on, guys? This is Tati from Tati Livin. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's been a while since I made any videos. I was living, some of you know, in New York City for a while there, and I've since then relocated, and I'm in a much more calmer, cooler environment to where I can make time for these videos again and come back and share messages as I go through them, and share insights as I learn and grow. That hopefully will help some of you in your journey. And as you all know, what I like to talk about in my channel is about following your intuition, following your hunches, following your internal voice that leads you to places that you probably wouldn't do if you listen to the external world and to society, right? Because I think society limits us in many ways, and our inner guidance, it's a lot of the times very different than what the normal route of doing things is. And I think that we're here in this planet to listen to that voice, to listen to those insights, because they're there for a reason, and they will lead us on paths that we need to move through to understand ourselves better, to grow and evolve in ways that we need to in this lifetime. It's very important to follow that voice. This voice led me to New York City, like I mentioned, and eventually led me back home because I realized that it wasn't the correct environment for me to be in. Just the overstimulation, and I listen to my body as much as I can, and my body had a lot of challenges there, and I tend to really honor it as much as I can. I know when I was there, I kind of lacked staying connected to it fully because I wasn't paying attention to like my nutrition as much. It's easier to just grab a quick food and just be on the go all the time there and forget about your body and to take care of it. And for me, on the path that I'm on currently, it's very crucial for me to do. Granted, you can do it. You can do it anywhere, if you really put your mind to it. But I found that it was just a lot more difficult to do there. And not only that, but a lot more difficult to do anything. I think New York is it's a monster. It's a monster of a city. It's my experience, it just wasn't for me, and that's okay. Obviously it's a very abundant city with it's very culturally diverse, and people that live there that have their plans are thriving, and it works for some, it doesn't work for others. There's that saying, if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Well, I think that's true, because it definitely takes a lot of grit to push through a lot of things there. But I think if that is correct for you, you will do it no matter what. I just found that for me, it wasn't worth the effort that I was putting forth. And that made me realize that I needed to reevaluate my values and really look at what I actually value in my life, and if that's aligned with the path that I was taking, and it really wasn't. So now I'm taking more time to reset and really value my space, my time. And yeah, I think a big takeaway from this video is to always come back to what your values are. Living in line with our values will really keep us from straying away from that path. If your values are to have more free time, then why are you working 80-hour weeks? Or, things like that. It's just that they don't make sense. But in one, so when you make these values, when you make them, bring them to your awareness, now you can look at the life that you're living and the life that you want to be living, and cross-reference to see how these two are aligned, and if not, then how can you make it more aligned to what your actual values are, and not just winging it and just going with the flow all of the time. Granted, you will always come back. There's always a lesson. I don't think that there are any failures overall in life. There are no failures. There are only lessons to be learned and to extract the learning. However, we don't want to keep making the same mistakes over and over, right? It's like if you understand it the first time, why put yourself in a situation to make the similar mistake again? So, yeah, ultimately, it was a very tough decision to come to the conclusion of that place was incorrect. But because I absolutely loved many aspects of it, the culture, it's so culturally diverse. I love the people, the LGBTQ plus community that's there. It's alive, well, and thriving, and just seeing similar people that are like me and living their best lives. It's very inspiring to be around that, but you're surrounded by that and plus a lot more. It's not just that, right? So for me, I think the cons outweigh the pros. And yeah, which is totally fine. It made me revalue or relook at my values, and now I just plan to reset and to really look at that. So one big takeaway from this video, I guess, guys, is to really connect with the value, write down, make a list, and cross-reference that. I think it's going to be very, very helpful for some of you. Thank you all for listening. This is just a quick little update of what I've been up to. Stay tuned for some more videos. I will go into more of the learnings and lessons that I've explored while living in New York City. And as I just transition into this new phase in my life, this is why I love to travel.